How's your steering so far?
Very unpowered.
Uganda. Not exactly the first pin you'd stick in a world map if you were planning the perfect African adventure.
Look at all those schooners waiting.
No.
But here's the thing about travel. Sometimes the best trips aren't the ones you plan, they're the ones that you're invited to.
1, 2, 3, Uganda!
Meet Teddy. A decade ago, he was living in Texas, became good friends with our buddies Hunter and Emily, and eventually their girls Parker and Juliet. It's a classic story, really. A guy comes to town, makes friends, heads home, keeps telling stories. Stories about his country. Stories that stick. Stories about breathtaking landscapes, soil so rich you could practically eat it, and wildlife that would make you question everything you thought you knew about nature. Eventually, those stories did what good stories do. They got under our skin. So when Teddy extended the invitation, well, here we are.
Check out those mud houses. So impressive. Woo! You okay back there?
Yeah.
6 Texans and 1 local family road tripping through Uganda.
While real men are fixing the car, he's doing content.
And our first stop is a coffee farm run by one of Teddy's friends.
Let the tree fly.
All right.
Let the tree fly.
But this isn't just any coffee farm.
Welcome to Rugeo Farms. This is going to be our home for the next couple of days because, well, this is our first time in Uganda, and our friend Teddy wants to make sure that we have a real taste of the place. And where better to start than a banana and coffee farm, because this is the birthplace of Robusta coffee. We know of Robusta, but we don't truly know it or its flavors or its taste or much of its history because it's not really a part of our coffee culture, nor has it been a part of our personal coffee journey.
Just gonna say it. My name is Jason, and I'm a coffee snob. Seriously, I admit it. It is what it is. We have been to the very tippy top of Volcan Baru in Panama and tasted the best and the most expensive coffee in the world, geisha. Mwah. And that is what we've kind of started our journey with in coffee. And I absolutely love craft coffee. And in the Americas, it's never, ever Robusta. It's always Arabica. So I've been told over the years, Robusta is inferior. It has a not as good of a flavor. It's off. It's, who knows? I've been told so many things about Robusta. In fact, the big corporations in America won't even buy Robusta. So that is how negative that word is at least in American coffee culture.
It's only good for one thing.
It's good for instant coffee. To be clear, Teddy told me we were going to a coffee farm and I was excited. And then we got here in the city and he goes, oh, it's actually a Robusta farm. And I go, oh crap. I looked up on my phone, where's the best coffee? I went to that coffee shop and I bought a bag of Arabica because I was so nervous. Curiosity leads a lot of our adventures, and I feel like I'm open to changing my mind. And my mind's not set. I've never really had good Robusta, and I am excited to go on this journey and taste a good cup, what I hope is a good cup, of Robusta for the first time.
So this little cabin in the background, this is our home. So I'll give you a quick little tour of that and kind of catch you up on how we got here. So the journey of getting here with all of us, all of our luggage, and piling into 2 safari vehicles for the next few weeks was quite the ordeal, but we've made it all happen.
I got more room than my side.
You ready for this?
I'm ready.
Are you ready for this?
Very ready.
Oh my gosh, look at the back of that thing.
The potato salad.
I know.
Hunter!
Yeah. What else would a briefcase have?
Okay, Jay, how you feel about this?
This is gonna be awesome. It's gonna be partially a disaster at some point, but that will make it memorable. Look at the tread on our spare tire on Hunter's car.
Oh really?
And now our tread on this car, on this front wheel. We're definitely gonna have some adventure the front one.
Yeah.
This is normal.
Yeah.
Look at all that tread.
Oh, baby.
Good.
First time driving in Africa.
Woo-hoo. Hopefully it goes well. Oh, baby.
Scale of 1 to 10. How afraid are you?
Probably 1.
Oh.
Not that scared.
All right. Good. We've got the right passengers in
Yeah.
this car.
You got your seatbelts on?
Driving? I thought you meant about the trip.
No, I meant
Driving?
about the driving experience right now.
Well,
Your answer's changing. Jason, scale of 1 to 10.
4.
Ooh. feeling
Because I
confident.
know stuff is going to happen.
Your
I'm
expectations
well
are...
versed in island cars. I have a feeling this is much like an island car.
Yeah. How's your steering so far?
Very unpowered. But the blinker seems to work.
Hey. Managed to get to the market, get some provisions, and then hit the road. And let me tell you, the journey here was such a journey all of its own, like before we ever even got here. Because you're inside the city and it is chaotic and the traffic is insane and there are motorbikes zooming in and out of every direction.
People trying to sell you stuff.
Yeah, there are street vendors coming in and out selling absolutely any and all things that you can think of.
You get cords, you get windshield wipers, you get safety triangles, toilet paper, food,
Tupperware,
fruit, Tupperware, yeah.
whatever you need.
The store comes to you here. Oh, that's a pillow.
Oh,
Pretty weird. No, thank you.
And then the moment that you get outside the city, everything starts to change and the landscape comes alive. Hi, little goat. And you have just got this intensely red dirt that becomes our roads. And then passing through the little villages on the way here was just such a beautiful experience. Look at all those pigs.
Yeah.
Hello.
Thank you. Hello. Stop crying. Yeah. Hello.
They're so excited. It's such a beautiful thing when you get somewhere and it's so obvious because this is so rural. They know everybody around here and they clearly know we are visitors. And so everybody's like, welcome, hi. It makes you feel really good. Coffee.
Coffee.
Ooh.
Banana.
Coffee and banana. Look how cute that is. You made
guys,
it!
This is gonna be awesome.
And then pulling up to this farm and these beautiful flowers and this cute little cabin is just, it has a, it feels magical. It does. It is so exciting. I just can't even, I'm trying to contain myself so I don't sound like ridiculous. Our fabulous little safari vehicles, and we call them safari vehicles because the tops actually pop up. You don't have to remove them. They pop up so that you can have open air, stand up, and get visuals
When we see that cheetah or that leopard.
Jason's going for cheetah or leopard. I think that's going to be maybe.
All I care about.
Yeah. Giraffes are almost a guarantee, they say. Elephants. We're hoping for the big five, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. I will be happy with any and all things that I see. Oh, and then there's birds. So many birds. Apparently, Jason read that this is more birds, different species of birds than maybe anywhere else in the world. I don't know if that's true. Feel free to fact check him. As we were passing by, we saw girls at one of the wells, clearly like a bore well or something, and they were pumping water. And that is just such a unique scene to pass anyway, and it's an instant reminder of you are somewhere where resources are very hard to get. So here we actually have like a little water tower, and Robert has running water inside this cabin. We've got, I mean, this is very posh, I feel like, for how remote we are.
Farm cabin.
I know, but he's been working on this. This is all self-built. I'm gonna let him tell you about it because it's very cool. Normally I would save the best for last, but I'm starting with the best, which is the living room. This porch and this view is absolutely spectacular. We saw the cows coming through this morning. You get to watch the sunrise.
Clouds rolling over the hills.
It was so like misty and magical this morning, and now I don't know what's gonna happen. Like, will it burn off? Is it gonna stay like this? I don't know. I haven't been here long enough to know the patterns, but I think it's going to be a beautiful day. So this is a pretty good sized cabin because we've got 2 bathrooms and 2 bedrooms, but that's a big asterisk there because the second bedroom is massive. There are 4 beds in that one room. Sort of sleepover style, hostel style. And then we've got a nice little kitchen. That's, yeah, and a big wraparound porch. Okay, before we get too deep into this story, I need to take a second and talk about today's sponsor, Surfshark, because traveling to all these different countries presents a lot of security challenges. And while we can't anticipate every scenario, there are plenty of things we can do to prepare ourselves, like make sure that Surfshark VPN is downloaded and up to date on all of our devices. Phone, iPad, computer, whatever you've got that connects to a network. Because Surfshark is like our full-time virtual security guard, always scanning the area and making sure that nobody's trying to sneak a peek at our data or take over our webcam, because seriously, it happens. Or leave any viruses or malware that could totally ruin our day or even our trip. And Surfshark always has our back. It will even alert us if there has been a breach on a website or an app so that we know to be extra vigilant and change our passwords, just in case. Plus, there are all the other benefits of having a really good VPN, like being able to avoid geo restrictions on certain websites or unblock our favorite streaming services while we're out of the country. It is seriously an invaluable tool for us, and I cannot imagine running a business or just digital life in general without it. And right now, if you head over to their website, surfshark.com/wins, or use code WINS at checkout, then they will give you an extra 4 months of Surfshark for free. And if you're not sure if it's a good tool for you, no worries. They offer a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there's no risk to try it out. So scan the QR code on the screen or click the link down in the description box below.
Okay, I'm going to give you a taste of our espresso. Thing about Uganda's Robusta is that it has been found to be the best, especially by the Italians and the Spanish, to be the best at espressos. An espresso is the healthiest energy drink you will ever have in your life, without having to worry about sugars and processed stuff. This espresso is the best that you can ever have. So if you're looking for a high energy drink, the only thing is you can't have it with vodka, so that's the only And I'll start with you, Nikki.
Okay.
You're going fast.
All right.
Go.
All right. The only way to get it any more unadulterated would be by syringe.
Okay, there you go. No. Hunter doesn't want to fly.
No, I do. I always say, Julia, she's like, should I have some?
She can
It's very healthy.
sample. It's fine. Yeah, and Teddy's out. He's already had coffee this morning, and I guess he knows
Who else
better
wants
than
to
we
go?
do. He's
wanna
like,
try?
no, this is all
I'm
you.
okay.
Okay, good.
Fourth cup.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm happy to give myself another kick because we're going to be walking around the farm, so I need to enjoy that. So. It's different than you've ever tasted.
I just keep anticipating this really intense bitterness, like
Okay.
burned bitter flavors, and I'm not getting that, like
No.
at all. It's chocolatey and sort of nutty, and maybe even like tiny hints of caramel, but it's like mostly like chocolates and nuts is what I taste. What about you guys?
Yeah, smooth caramel, chocolate, delicious.
Yeah.
To hear that, it's priceless. No, even if I didn't earn any money from doing that, I can go to bed and sleep now. That compliment is worth more than $1 billion because it means that the work that we do every day to produce a good coffee bean is appreciated by the consumer. That's all I care about.
Well, happy to contribute to your sleep tonight.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's like a complex flavor too, so you can get it at the tip of your tongue and then in the
at
back.
the back, exactly.
And so it's nice. It's not just like a wash. It's like an experience when you have this.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I insist, please don't add anything else to it. Please don't add sugar, don't add honey, don't add milk. People who take cappuccinos, it's an excuse to drink milk.
Agree, 100%.
Yes, if you have a good coffee.
We agree
Yeah.
for sure. And I will say that for me personally, I do like coffee black, but only really good coffee. And normally it's hard for me to consume espresso straight up. Usually I go for a macchiato because I just need that like little mark of foam just to take the edge off. But this is really good.
One of the rules for especially Ugandan Robusta, but definitely our Robusta, is you roast it medium, nothing else. Never ever do a dark roast Robusta. It's worse than a bird whiskey.
If that's coming straight from the farmer, that's as much of a Bible as you're going to get on how to roast Robusta. Can you see that color?
Yeah, my turn. Smells sweet on the nose. chocolatey. Definitely not over roasted. Wow. Wow, starting off with a bang here. This is awesome. Oh my God. My mind is blown. Robusta is okay. And it's better than okay.
I was gonna say, would you go a step further?
It's delicious. It's delicious.
Yeah.
And that's honest.
When Jason said earlier that he was a coffee snob, that was not an exaggeration. I don't know if there's anything above a snob, whatever that level is, he sits in that category.
Anything above a coffee snob is now a coffee connoisseur.
No, now you're just giving him reasons to be an a-hole.
Connoisseur.
A coffee gourmand.
It's gonna be a great day.
Okay.
Oh, is this a coffee plant?
Yes. You plant. It's a little, it's about that high. That's what you plant. After 8 years, the productivity of the trees becomes very low. It's time to do what we call stamping. So we chop the long stem, and that's what you see down here. It is chopped off. So we then allow new stems to grow. After it's 3 feet, you're supposed to literally bend it so that you get more stems coming out of it. Then you have a higher productivity. When the first time we plant, it takes 4 years before you get any real yield out of it. And that good yield lasts for 3 years. After that, you need to stamp so you get new stems. Now, these stems, within 18 months, they will be giving us coffee. But it will be productive for the next 20 years. So then after 20 years, we'll stamp again. And then after that, it's 40 years. So it's it doubles its productivity. This is the beginning of determining the good taste in coffee. The trees must be healthy, must be green, must look after them well, which is why you see this sort of weeded circle around it. Labor is too expensive for us to weed the whole garden, but we do what we call sport weeding. It allows us to feed the tree as well. But also it's not good to completely weed the garden because we're on a hill. So erosion will just take away the nutrients and the good soils. So we leave the green in it. So that's why, although this tree is now 10 years old, we've cut off the stem, and that's the former stem. And then this is the new tree. By December of next year, we will be harvesting coffee from it.
I'm not seeing any sort of irrigation system out here.
Yes.
So how do you water these trees, or do you have to because they are native to this land?
Yes.
So what's that process?
Where you're standing right now is generally called the equatorial belt in Africa. So it runs from central Congo to central Kenya. And coffee, particularly Robusta trees, are natural and indigenous to the equatorial belt. So they will grow anyway. Uganda is the only country in the world that produces coffee twice a year. Everyone else has only one season.
Oh, so sad for them.
Yes, so that's because we have 2 rain cycles. So those rain cycles feed the trees adequately with water. Secondly, you woke up this morning and there was like a mist. That also is hydration. Eventually, when the mist settles in the ground, it actually becomes water. But the water stays in the ground for a month. Wow. After the rain season has ended. At some point, the tree must be stressed to give you good coffee beans. So the stress is in it not having water for an extended period. So sometimes it's 3 weeks, sometimes it's a month. So when the next rain cycle comes, you get excellent fruiting. So flowering, fruiting, so that's the cycle that happens. If you keep giving it water, yes, you will have coffee throughout the year, but the quality will go down.
There's no pesticides. It's a very natural process because it's in its native
It's in its
environment.
natural habitat.
Yeah,
You just help it to be more robust. So it's not weighed down by additional stems and competing for nutrition with other plants. If you just left them, you can come back after 3 years and you still harvest coffee. That's it. It's happened before. This area where you're standing, about maybe 30, 40 years ago, there was civil war and it was abandoned. Then people just came back and just continued as if nothing had happened. So that's the beauty of Robusta trees. People have not been taking care of Robusta because they think it's a low-grade coffee. It is not a low-grade coffee.
Do you want to say that again just for good measure?
Robusta is not a low-grade coffee. It's actually very good coffee. The good taste that you find the volume that you find in some of your Arabicas, it's because 60% of it has been added as Robusta. That's why it has volume, and you think about this lovely coffee. Yes, so why not drink the real thing? Let's go, guys.
Don't worry, he's not biased at all.
No. Robusta is a forest crop. We have to simulate the conditions of an equatorial forest. So one of the things we do is we make sure that we leave indigenous trees that are compatible with coffee. So we don't cut them down. And this is one of those types of trees. And as you can see by the size, it is probably like almost 100 years old. So we leave it around. It provides shade. It protects the coffee from extreme heat stress, but it also provides competition for the coffee trees to be robust and grow fast and give us the beans that we require. We either plant the trees or leave them in the ground because we want to create a microclimate. Make sure the temperatures remain cool even if all around us is boiling hot. The good taste that consumers enjoy from coffee is because coffee is primarily a temperature crop. The cooler the temperatures, the better the taste.
Ends up creating biodiversity, but it's also like a requirement of really good coffee. So it kind of forces you to remain sustainable, really.
You have to be sustainable. And here is another thing we don't do. I'm sure you've noticed that we have a lot of termites and ants on the farm. As a rule, we don't spray. We need the termites, we need the ants, because they are the ones that break down the soil, so that the soil then can absorb the nutrients and the water. And if you spray them, you not only lose an ecosystem, but also you damage the soil. We will live with the evil of the termites because they have greater benefit. And in any case, they don't destroy coffee trees.
Because of the caffeine.
Yes.
They're afraid of
so
the caffeine.
the caffeine is something that the Robusta tree emits to put off pests. And termites are put off by caffeine. The only pest that seems to love caffeine is human beings.
Hey, one animal's poison is another animal's pleasure.
Let's go, guys.
Caffeine keeps the bugs away, but it stimulates us.
Robert's got good ones.
We only strictly pick the red beans.
So do you handpick all of them?
Yes, there's two very good reasons to do that. One is to guarantee that the taste remains the same throughout and high quality. The second reason is that it gives people an opportunity to work and be paid for it. And that's so important because that's how people in this area are able to pay for their children's school. That's how they're able to buy some food, buy their clothes, and take care of themselves, medical and all of that stuff. So this provides work for them that is paid for.
Is that sugarcane right behind it?
It's a distant cousin of sugarcane. It's nicely called elephant grass.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
It's
Do you have elephants?
Yeah. So one of the things it's very good as animal feed. Elephants absolutely love it, but it's the best for cattle. Yes. Oh, there you go. Okay.
Those are your cows.
Yes.
And do they roam?
Part of the reason we keep them is because of their dung. Because the
Fertilizer.
dung, yes, it's very good for regenerating the soil. It's an organic method. However, and this is a very big however, the ownership of cattle is also cultural in this part of the world. In a society like Uganda, where masculinity is a big deal, owning cattle is a sign of being a man. So owning cattle in our part of the world is the equivalent of owning a muscle car in America. But I mean, it's a cultural thing because every time I get Ugandans who come to visit me, the first question they ask me is, do you have cows? Yeah, I have cows. Yeah. Ah, okay. So now they start to take me seriously. They think, yeah, you are a big deal because you have cattle. So one of the reasons I have cattle is cultural. So I keep them as part of farming activity. Yes. So
And that's also your way of telling us that you're a man.
not just a man.
You're a man with a look.
A solid man.
This property is absolutely stunning. We're in the hills just outside of Kampala and we're at 1310 meters. And that is impressive because typically, from what I've read, Robusta is usually low. And it actually started down by Lake Victoria. That's the origin of it. And it started down there, which is very low elevation, but this one is very high elevation, almost in the area of an Arabica, which I think maybe helps the flavor of his Robusta be more complex because it is cooler. Like, it's midday, if you can tell by the light, and it's warm, yes, but the cloud cover from the mountains, the mist, everything, it's not terribly hot. Anyway, it's a beautiful farm, but there's also a purpose in the fact that it is such high elevation.
Yep, she got a whole cluster.
Okay, this is ending up on Robert's social media.
Now we know his secret workout routine.
Yeah. There you go. You're done?
Yep, we're good.
Okay.
Let the tree fly.
All right.
Let the tree fly.
So the reason I brought you to this tree is I just want you to have a good look at it. What is strange about this tree?
It has
Right.
vines, the string.
Aha, they look like vines. It is probably about 500 years old, but it just means that at one point the water table was very high. We are right now in what is called the Lake Victoria Basin. So there was a point in ancient history, like maybe millennia, where this whole area was covered in water. So the tree basically starts right up there, because this is what you normally, these are like roots which you would have found underground.
Well, that's fascinating. I didn't realize that we are technically in the Lake Victoria Basin. We're just up in the hills. Okay, so this is actually where it started. How cool is that?
Black gold, baby.
Yes. This is sun-dried Robusta. For those who are mainly interested in sun-dried natural, so we don't wash them and we dry them like this. Why is it so important for us to be drying the coffee on raised platforms? When you dry it on the ground, it picks up soil. Sometimes there's livestock that runs through, and so it may deposit dung or things like so. We protect the coffee from picking up any kind of aroma that's not natural to the coffee. We don't allow anyone that has used perfumed detergents to touch the coffee. The reason is very simple. You will start importing perfume that will interfere with the aroma, with the taste of the coffees. It used to be that only Arabica guys used to wash their coffee. The Robusta guys never cared. Now we're washing it to get really good quality, especially if you're not sure of the handling and you've brought in coffees from other farms. So it's always advisable for Robusta to buy fresh cherries, like this, red, and then pulp and wash them. People may wonder, what's washing? So the first process of washing is what we call pulping. So when you pulp a coffee bean, you remove the pulp. The film, almost like a liquid that appears on this, is what is called mucilage. Now there are two interesting processes. Here, we wash this off. The mucilage doesn't interfere with the taste. When we sun dry it, this mucilage becomes part of the taste because it is infused in, it's part of the drying.
Honey process.
And so when the mucilage goes into the bean as part of drying, it tastes like honey. Yeah. Not as sweet maybe, but it tastes like honey.
Washing coffee is considered good.
Yes.
And that's like the industry standard. But I feel like honey and natural is coming like full force, because if it's a single lot, single origin, then you know the quality of the beans and the berries and everything that you're getting. So therefore, if you have a natural coffee, it can taste even more interesting
Yes.
than a washed.
Here on our farm, because we're very confident of the handling, the management of the trees, we go for sun-dried naturals.
Yeah.
We may ferment it. Some people want it anaerobic fermentation. We may ferment it and then put it out to dry because we are sure of our quality. However, if we bought coffees from someone else's farm whose handling we're not too sure of, but we're certain that it's within the same geographical location, we then wash it. Because, for instance, one of the things we do as a rule is we float our coffees. Floating means as soon as you harvest...
New word, floating.
Floating.
F-L.
F-L-O-A-T-I-N-G.
Floating.
Floating.
Floating for you Americans. Floating.
Why did Americans destroy English?
A whole different video.
So when you do that, the low grade coffees will come on top.
Okay.
So you remove those and dry them separately from those that sink. Those that sink, you can decide. I'll put them out to dry, or I will ferment them over a period of 7 days. If you don't do that, then as soon as you harvest, put them in the pulper, so they will be pulped, taken through that tube, and then they'll be washed through water and then into a wash tank, out to dry. It improves the quality and it's more consistent. The reason you would do it with someone else's coffee is because you're not sure of the quality, and we would store it separate from ours. We are invested in a single farm, not even just single origin, single farm. You know what you're getting, you know the location, you know where it's coming from. If anything changes, you call me and you say, why is this taste different? And I will tell you why it's different. If somebody is an imposter, I will tell you probably bought that from elsewhere. So that's why it's important for us to handle the way we handle ours and the way we handle other people. So this is essentially an investment in us being able to become aggregators at a later stage. But if we ever become aggregators, which hopefully we will not aggregate at the tail end when people have already dried. We will aggregate at the beginning.
The cherry.
The cherry, the red cherry. We only aggregate red cherry. That's it. Nothing more.
Excellent.
Yeah. What color do you see in there?
Green.
Exactly. Maybe in future you'll start trading coffee, you'll hear something called green beans. It has nothing to do with that. What you see green on the trees is green cherry. At that point, it is still a cherry, it's a fruit. At this point, it's a green bean, it's a cereal. Till we get to the bucket.
And see, they're kind of slimy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just put the seed part in your mouth and you're not going to chew, but just suck the honey off of the outside. See, now we like coffee, do we?
Much better than the other thing.
Right? Okay, go
So
for it.
Parker's first coffee taste ever in her life.
That's a priceless fish. I like the fish.
Woke up immediately.
I took a big sip.
We're where the babies grow. It's the nursery, he says.
This is how we develop the trees that we plant. And we select these carefully based on the trees that we have that we've seen that are performing well. And the next rainy season, we have gaps or places where the plants were not there. So this is what we plant initially. So at this stage, if you don't have a buyer yet, you leave it like this. You don't touch it. Harvest, done, bagged, keep it. If you move any farther beyond this, it doesn't last as long. So this, as it is, by the way, it will last 2 years without any effect on the quality. If you then move this to the next stage, which is called hulling, so that becomes green beans and they must be consumed within a year. If you roast it, 8 months. If you grind it,
Couple days.
yeah.
How many bags are here?
This is
100?
Yeah. It's actually 105.
Oh, good guess.
5 to 6 tons of good beans. So if somebody is looking for 5 good tons of Robusta, I have them immediately ready for shipping.
There you go.
Should we start
Call
with
now. Start the bidding at $1 million.
Yeah, there you go.
We've lost a few of the crew because we are headed on more of an adventurous little hike
Now walking back.
down to the source of the water. Whee! See, I did say it was adventurous. I don't know if that's called an umbrella tree, but I think it looks like an umbrella tree.
Yeah,
Maybe a parasol?
parasol.
Oh, getting fancier.
So they are my neighbors.
Ah,
Oh, they were thanking me for letting them use my land where the coffee grows to plant beans in between for free.
For food.
Yes.
Food beans.
Food beans,
Yeah.
yes. The normal
Yeah.
kidney beans are in there.
mutusinzachi lwaki
So you must always be polite.
Yes.
Greeting is a major issue in this part. So you must greet regardless of your status.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, you
How
must-
busy you are, whatever.
It doesn't
it
matter.
doesn't matter.
You must be seen to
Hello.
be
How are you?
part of the community and integrate and get along with them. So this sweet banana is unique to Uganda. It's very tiny, but very sweet, very nice. Grows only in Uganda, from what I know. And its local name is Ndizi.
Easy.
Yes, and it's very, very popular. Very, very expensive.
Really?
Yes, it's hugely popular and a major source of energy. This thing is like a fireball. Yeah, it's got a very high concentration of sugar, but healthy sugar, so it's good. So I know that it's very, very popular with long distance runners. They love it. Yes. So that's that banana. Yeah.
Well, so you don't even need the squeezy pouch. You just
No.
pound one of those.
Yeah. You just keep on your own.
One more time. What was that, Juliet?
They look AI generated.
I said, you gotta smell these papaya flowers. They're just delightful. And she's like, they're AI generated.
They look too perfect.
It smells like citrus and jasmine and honey.
Oh my god. There's a bigger one there.
So this is our protected water source. If we need water for cultivation, for livestock, we pump it from here all the way to the constructed water dams that are near the house. So this is protected, but we don't prevent other people from using it. So right at the other end, it exits and continues as a stream. But you do need water, especially during the dry spells, to be able to maintain certain aspects of the farm. So that's why we have this.
Like your manly cows.
Yes. They need water.
Yeah.
So they need to look healthy. That's the other thing. It's not enough to own animals, they must look healthy.
Is this the same water that your cabin uses, or is that
No,
different?
so I'll show you that. That's a different source of water.
Ah, okay.
So this here,
Oh, is this your water?
yeah. So this is what's coming to the cabin. That little concrete house, there is a well that's 80 meters deep. So we drilled up to there, so we pump very clean water. It's got no contamination. Comes straight into this tank and is delivered straight to the tank where you stay. So this is what we use for human consumption.
No parasites, no nothing.
Nothing, and we don't even add any chemicals. There's nothing. It's just pure straight water.
Ooh,
Yes.
it's the good stuff.
Yeah.
Just look at all those coffee cherries. Gosh. From coffee to banana. On this side, we have bananas and mostly bananas. And then on that side, that's the coffee, along with other miscellaneous fruits, just for diversity. But it is interesting, like you pop out of the coffee forest, I'll call it, and then boom, bananas.
What did you discover?
These are tobacco.
And what does it smell like?
Floral.
Just floral?
Yeah, I don't know how else. It's not very strong. Yeah.
Oh, no, it does smell like tobacco.
Does?
In the very center, you can smell it. There's a little bit of the, almost more like pipe tobacco than like what you think of like a cigarette tobacco.
What an amazing day. It's sunset. I came over on top of the hill to see if I get a shot of the sun going down, but the fog and the clouds have started to move back in. So it looks nice, but it's not that quintessential sunset I was hoping for. It's nature all around. I got the birds, I've got the crickets, I've got the pastor at the local church down in the valley preaching from the top of his lungs. What a way to end such an interesting day. I think we're gonna try a bonfire. We've gathered some wood, do a little bonfire tonight. We're gonna get up in the morning and taste the Robusta as a French press. I'm actually excited to taste it on French press because that would be the way that many people might brew it. It's also recommended as the second best way to brew it. So, mañana, or however you say that in Ugandan. I'm not sure. Text on screen. I'll leave you with a beautiful shot of the valley and the farm and just beauty. And probably the preacher going on and on.
They're like giant gumballs.
Yeah, we normally is, so you might not necessarily see them.
Not maybe that's what it was.
I call mountain sitting across the bay. Morning comes always steady.
To be able to wake up and make your coffee from the trees that you're overlooking is a rare and wonderful experience. And then to top it all off, we've also got the bird sounds. There's an eagle squeaking in the background. I don't know if you can hear that. There are the cows going by. There are bees buzzing off the side of the house. It's just...
In the tree, yeah, they're in the tree.
Yes. And I mean, you can hear them just swarming up there. So it is such an immersive experience, really, to be out here. And you get that when you visit any farm or you just head out of the city and you're in rural. But it is unique being here because there's so many different things going on. It's not just the coffee. It's like you got the bananas and you can see
all the other fruit trees and you're looking down the valley. It's just gorgeous. So fortunate to be able to be here. And I've been ruminating on our thoughts from yesterday, sort of processing what we experienced, my thoughts on Arabica and Robusta, and even this farm. And I want to start by saying that coffee consumption is growing wildly. And we saw that when we were in China, all the coffee shops that were coming up and all the coffee that was now being grown in the Yunnan. It is wildly getting more and more popular throughout the world. And we're all relying on Arabica. It's
minus the Italians.
Yeah, oh yes.
They latched onto this way earlier than all the rest of us.
Yeah, so prices are rising. And the geisha coffee that we tasted 8 years ago in Panama is probably doubled in price in that time. And it was already exceptionally high. And the coffee here is more like
10 to 20? It's just been such an eye-opening experience for us. And as avid coffee drinkers, we are totally part of the population that is addicted to our daily cup. There's this whole other market that we are not tapping into because we just simply didn't know about it.
I've dove deep into Robusta research, and it is approximately double the caffeine. It is less acidic, so if you're going to put milk in it, it's less likely to curdle your milk.
It's also, some people don't do well with the acid in coffee, so you'll see it a lot in the grocery stores. It'll say like low acid coffee. So this is actually better for people that do have trouble with the acid that's in Arabica coffee.
And I read online like burnt rubber taste, earth, like just gross flavors, and that's not what we experienced at all. A lot of them did say chocolatey.
It's been a low value crop for so long. There hasn't been necessarily everybody putting a lot of love and care into it, but clearly Robert is not taking that approach. He was very passionate about his coffee and making sure that he was controlling every aspect of it for that quality, because like they do have like an underdog reputation, and trying to get over that is challenging.
Robert said something very interesting, and it was off camera, unfortunately. He was like, the bananas are my ATM, that's money now, and the coffee is my bank. And I thought that analogy was just spot on, and even though it is low value compared to certain Arabicas, it's still like his main bank, it's his main moneymaker. And imagine if that value of Robusta started to go up, it would change his life, it would change all the people's lives that live here in this valley and in this community. It's just unbelievable what a small change in the market can do for an entire area.
And we saw that, or well, we learned about it when we were in Panama, because they talked about how until it became popular, until people discovered especially geisha and the coffees that they were growing there at those elevations, they couldn't afford to be only, same here, they couldn't afford to just be coffee farmers. They were also cattle farmers because the cows were what actually paid the bills. Coffee was just such a low value crop, they couldn't survive off of it. And even at that, they were all just poor farmers just trying to make it day by day. And I feel like that's sort of like what's happening here to a certain extent. And it's sort of like as soon as people discover that it's a really beautiful, wonderful thing, then it will totally change their lives, just like it did for all those farmers in Panama.
With any plant or crop, anything, when you're working with nature, when you put passion and effort into making it, and from bean or seed to cup or plate, like you can really taste that love in the food that we're consuming and the drinks that we're consuming. And I feel like here on this farm, we could definitely taste that. I'm not saying that all Robusta around the world is going to taste good, but I can tell you, honestly, this Robusta is good enough to drink every day, And I think having it here as a French press, it's good. It's not bitter. It's not over roasted. It has generally pleasing flavors. I personally preferred the espresso version that he made.
Yeah.
Even better. And I think had it been pulled by a professional barista and fresh, like right out of the machine, it would have been even better than what we experienced.
He's very passionate about it. Sticking with that coffee
Yeah.
snob theme, he has now got another thing to be very passionate about.
My mind has changed. It would be such a shame to see this coffee get sent to an aggregator and then just get blended with something else, or turned into instant.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Or just turned into instant, because I'm like, what a waste of such a good coffee, you know? I'm like, if you got like lower grade stuff, and I get it just doesn't pass the grade A test or something, cool, let's turn that into instant. But I get why the Italians are big Robusta fans.
Anyway, thank you guys for going down this deep dive with us into coffee. I hope you learned a little something. I hope somebody out there buys all of his beans and then and then roasts them somewhere in Australia or America, and that way more people can taste this and have this experience, because it is exciting. And now that we're traveling around the world, maybe we'll have some more Robusta, and maybe when we see it, we won't judge it right away. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely
now we would actually seek it out. If you're headed somewhere, and if I see it sitting on a shelf, then I'm gonna be much more apt to want to purchase that, because now,
especially if it's done by a local roaster, and a local craft coffee shop,
or has any information about the farm. It's so hard to find that. But a lot of your smaller craft coffee shops, any of you that are James Hoffman fans out there, we are clearly James Hoffman.
James Hoffman, you should buy some. You've got a roaster. Why not?
I know. Everybody, leave a comment for James Hoffman and tell him we want to see a video about Robusta coffee.
Yeah. He did a deep dive on decaf. Do a little bit deeper dive on Robusta if you want to, or we can do it together. I'm just saying.
Jason's volunteering.
I'll come to London.
Or we'll meet you here.
Oh, even better.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you guys very much for sticking with us.
We will see you in the next one.
Yeah. Bye, guys.
I wish I could share this coffee with you.
I wish I could bring you here and plant you right here so you could experience what we're experiencing.
Yeah. Coffee?
Yeah.